I'm Caroline, I'm 44, I'm from North London, I live in Enfield, and I work as a primary school teacher. I first realised I had fibroids after a series of appointments with my GP to talk about continual bleeding in between periods, almost all the time. I was initially sort of told, it will settle down, what contraception are you on? I was asked to go and get the Mirena coil, so I got the Mirena coil. It didn't have any positive impact. So finally after that, I was sent for scans and that highlighted several fibroids. The symptoms were, by this point, horrendous. So I was bleeding all day, every day. On an average month, I'd have maybe 1 or 2 days where I wasn't bleeding. So I had to take 2 or 3 changes of clothes into work with me all the time. I had to have my classroom positioned directly opposite a toilet, even though that wasn't the normal classroom for the year group I was teaching, simply so I could have access to that when I needed to go. There are so many aspects of life, normal life, that I took for granted that I just simply couldn't do anymore. So we're talking over a year since I'd first gone to my GP. I saw the gynecologist for the first time, and he said that due to the severity of my symptoms, he fully expected that I would need a hysterectomy. I'd say my mental health was really suffering at this point anyway because of the impact on everyday life. So to then hear, we're going to take out your uterus and you probably can't, or you definitely wouldn't be able to have any more children, that was a shock. But before they could even think about doing that, he wanted to try ablation. And that's when I was put on the waiting list and finally met Mr. Kroshi. And he said, well, actually, I think you're going to be a perfect candidate for this new treatment that we've got. It's called Sonata. And at that moment, everything aligned. It sounded like an absolute godsend. And quite frankly, it has been. The day I had the Sonata treatment, my life changed in every single way for the better. And the recovery as well was really, really simple. So within about half an hour, a cup of tea and a little sandwich later, I was on my way home. I had some mild cramping over the next couple of days, and that was it. I was back at work by the end of the week. Life was instantly transformed. There are things that I just couldn't even dream of doing before that I can now do, from taking the dog for a walk without having to plan it, to meeting up with friends, to wearing lighter colours, to going on holiday, to going to the gym. I can do all this again, whereas before I couldn't even think about doing any of that. Sonata Treatment has completely changed my life.
This testimonial reflects the real-life experience of the patient. In a clinical study, 86% of patients reported an average of 40% reduction in heavy menstrual bleeding at 3 months. Common side effects may include bleeding, spotting, cramping, or discharge. There are potential risks with this treatment, such as skin burn and infection. Patients who are pregnant, have a pelvic infection, are known to have gynecologic cancer, or have intratubal implants for sterilization should not have this procedure. Talk to your doctor to see if the Sonata treatment is right for you.